Chapter 1: Computer Networks. Learning Objectives. After studying this chapter, you will be able to define the network and its components, know about the different transmission mediums, know the advantages and applications of networking, discuss the different types of networks, learn about the various network devices. Network. A network can be defined as an interconnected collection of computers. When a large number of users work together on a single computer using their independent terminals for sharing resources and information, this is called networking. Two or more computers are said to be networked when one device is able to exchange information with another device. Figure 1. Definition. A computer network is a group of connected devices such as computers, printers, smartphones, routers, and hard drives. They link together to communicate with each other and share information. Computers and electronic devices can connect together to create a computer network. These networks allow users to share files and data. Computer networks can be large or small and can have lots of devices connected to them. For example, most schools have a computer network that allows staff and pupils to access and share information and resources. Some devices they might use are printers, computers, tablets. A computer network or data network can be considered a telecommunication channel through which users can share data. An example of a computer network is the Internet. A network must be reliable, scalable. Properties of computer networks. The various properties of computer networks are as follows. 1. People can communicate efficiently and easily via email, instant messaging, chat rooms, telephone, video telephone calls, and video conferencing. 2. People can share files, data, and other types of information. 3. It allows sharing of network and computing resources. Objectives of communication networks. The various objectives of communication networks are as follows. 1. Resource sharing. That is, it provides all the program, data, and hardware to every user present on the network without knowing the physical location of both the resource and the users. 2. It replicates the files on two or more machines. So, in case of unavailability of a file, other copies can be used. 3. Computer networks increase the system performance as the workload increases. 4. Computer networks help people who live or work apart to work together. 5. Users in the computer networks are authenticated by their username and password. So, it is not possible to access the data without a proper account. This increases security. Need of computer network. Computer networks are needed for 1. File sharing, to share data files. 2. Hardware sharing, to share devices such as printers, scanners, and CD-ROM drives. 3. Application sharing, to share applications over the network and to implement client or server applications. 4. User communication, to communicate with the user through email, newsgroups, and video conferencing, etc. 5. Network gaming, allows multi-users to play from different locations. Goals of the networking. The goals of the networking are as follows. 1. Resource and load sharing. Programs need not run on a single machine. 2. Reduced cost. Several machines can share printers and tape drives, etc. 3. High reliability. 4. Mail and communication. Properties of good network. 1. Interpersonal communication. It makes it possible to communicate with each other efficiently and easily. 2. Resources can be shared. You can use the resources provided by the network, such as printers, etc. 3. Sharing files and data. Authorized users are allowed to share the files on the network. Advantages of computer networks. The advantages of computer networks are as follows. 1. It enhances communication and availability of information. 2. It allows resource sharing. 3. It makes file sharing easier. 4. It is highly flexible. 5. It is an inexpensive system. 6. It increases cost efficiency. 7. It boosts storage capacity. Disadvantages of computer networks. The disadvantages of computer networks are as follows. 1. It lacks independence. 2. It poses security difficulties. 3. It lacks robustness. 4. It allows for more presence of computer viruses and malware. 5. Its light policing usage promotes negative acts. 6. It requires an efficient handler. 7. It requires an expensive setup. Types of networks. There are different types of computer networks which can be categorized by their size and their purpose. The size of a network can be expressed by the geographic area that it occupies and the number of computers that are part of the network. Networks can range from a handful of devices present within a single room to the millions of devices that are spread across the entire globe. Different networks based on size are Local Area Network or LAN, Metropolitan Area Network or MAN, Wide Area Network or WLAN. A LAN is a small wired or wireless network. Usually, when people use a LAN network, all of the devices are connected to each other in the same building. Sometimes the devices may be connected on a single floor in a large building. If there are many computers connected to a LAN, this can slow the network down, which can lead to delay in sending and receiving information. It consists of a computer network at a single site, such as within an office building. It's a group of interconnected computers within a small area, rooms, building, campus. It is used for sharing resources such as printers. This kind of network can be built with relatively inexpensive hardware. The smallest LAN accommodates only 2 computers, while larger LANs can accommodate thousands of computers. LAN relies mostly on wired connections for increased speed and security, but nowadays, wireless connections have also become a part of LAN. LANs are typically used for single sites where people need to share resources among themselves, but not with the rest of the outside world. Due to short distances, errors and noise are minimal. Example, a computer lab in a school. Characteristics of LAN. 1. Coverage area is from 10 meters to 1 kilometer. 2. Transmission rate is 1 MB per second to 100 MB per second or higher. 3. One can run multiple devices to share a transmission medium. 4. It supports a variety of communications transmission mediums such as Ethernet cable, fiber, and wireless transmission. 5. A LAN usually has low cost, installation, expansion, and maintenance. 6. LAN installation is relatively simple with good scalability. MAN, Metropolitan Area Network. Sometimes a MAN network is connected through fiber optic cables between buildings. As MAN networks are smaller, They are usually more efficient than a WAN networks, as the data being sent through the network does not have to travel long distances. It consists of a computer network across an entire city, college campus, or small region. MAN is often used to connect several LANs together, thus forming a bigger network. Example, organization with different branches located in the city. Characteristics of MAN. 1. It covers a large geographical area. 2. It uses fiber optic cable as a transmission medium. 3. Transmission is very fast. 4. It generally covers a city or a town. 5. It supports voice communication. 6. Network can be up to 10 kilometers. WAN, Wide Area Network. WAN networks are connected using copper wires, fiber optic cables, or satellites. Many big businesses need to use a WAN network because they have offices in different cities. A WAN is a network that covers more than 48 kilometers, 30 miles. WAN networks cover large geographical areas all over the world. A WAN network is a collection of multiple LAN networks. A WAN can contain multiple small networks such as LANs or MANs. It uses satellites and microwave relays. Example, Internet. Features of WAN. 1. Multiple computers are connected together. 2. It connects devices that are separated by a broader geographical area than a LAN. 3. A WAN usually interconnects multiple LANs. 4. Communication links between computers are provided by telephone networks, public data networks, satellites, etc. 5. Links have low data rate transfer. 6. Bit error rate is higher as compared to that for a LAN. 7. The typical data rates for WAN are 56 kbps to 155 mbps, 622 mbps, 2.4 gbps, or higher speed WAN. The difference between LAN, MAN, and WAN. Network type, local area network, metropolitan area network, wide area network. Coverage area, small, medium, large. Network, single site, a network designed for the town, geographically dispersed. Coverage area, around 1 kilometer, up to 10 kilometers, can expand to most part of the world. Distance, limited, limited, unlimited. Speed, high 1000 mbps, high 100 to 1000 mbps, low 10 to 100 mbps. Network devices. Networking devices are used to establish an internet connection. Following are some network devices. 1. Hub. A hub is a central controller device that provides the connection for all of the computers on a network. In this network, all computers can communicate directly with each other. Hubs are of two types, passive and active hubs. 2. Switch. A switch is a device that logically connects multiple computers together within a LAN. It is used to create temporary connections between two or more devices attached to the switch. A switch is called an intelligent hub. Switch is a box with a set of RJ45 ports. No more. RJ45 is registered jack. It is an 8-wire connector which is used to connect the nodes to the hub. Switch in a repeater. A repeater is an electronic device that provides the connection between two segments of a LAN. It enables signals to travel longer distances over a network by regenerating the received signals and then retransmitting the regenerated signals to other segments. Router. A router is attached to one or more networks to forward packets from one network to another. Bridge. A bridge is a networking device responsible for filtering the data. It checks the destination address of a packet and decides whether it should be forwarded or dropped. It connects two LANs. Internet. The Internet has been in a state of continuous evolution since the last 1960s. It's a large computer network or network of networks or a global network that links together other networks. Features of Internet. Global system of interconnected computer networks. Uses the standard Internet Protocol Suite (TCP) or IP. Serves billions of users worldwide. It consists of millions of private, public, academic, business, and government networks. It carries a vast array of information, resources, and services. Various terms related to Internet. Intranet. An intranet is a type of private network accessible only to an organization staff. It is a local or restricted communications network, especially a private network created using World Wide Web software. URL, Uniform Resource Locator, is the complete address or path of a website which you have to type on the address bar to locate the website on a web server. A URL is also referred to as a web address. ISP. ISP stands for Internet Service Provider. It provides the Internet connection to the user along with a username and password, which are needed to configure the Internet connection on the computer. Some popular ISP companies in India are MTNL, Airtel, Jio, and BSNL. IP address. This specifies numbers separated by dots to specify the address of the computer according to TCP or IP. An example of an IP address could be 45.79.151.25. An Internet Protocol address is assigned to each device in a network that uses IP, Internet Protocol for Communication. DNS. The Domain Name System (DNS) is a hierarchical naming system used to provide host names for computers or any other resource connected to the Internet or a private network. It can be understood in a tree manner. Each node in a tree has a label and a domain name. A full domain name is a sequence of labels separated by dots. The popular domain name extensions are shown in Table 1.1. Table 1.1 Domain Name Extensions. Entity Extension. Commercial.com. Organization.org. Government.gov. International Organization.int. Military.mil. Educational.edu. Information.info. Network.net. Business.biz. Mobile devices.mobi. Asia Pacific Regions.asia. The DNS uses country codes to specify the country to which a specific website belongs. It consists of two letters in its extension. History time. DNS, Domain Name System, was introduced by Paul Mockepetris and John Postel in 1983. Web page. Web pages are the building blocks of the Internet. When you search for any information over the Internet, it displays several websites, and when you click on any website, it opens a required page. That page is known as a web page, which may consist of textual or graphical information in the form of images, audio, video, and hyperlinks. Website. A website is a collection of web pages belonging to a particular person or organization. The introductory or first web page of a website is known as a home page. Web portal. It is an idea of a website or service that offers a broad range of services such as email, games, quotes, searches, news, stocks, etc. The idea of a portal or web portal is to offer such a wide range of commonly accessed services that visitors are more likely to visit more often. The Yahoo homepage is a good example of a portal that gives visitors access to all the places and the news that are most popular. Network topology. There are many ways to categorize types of computer networks. Usually, networks are defined by their size and their layout. The technical word for network layout is called topology. Topology is a term used to define the layout or structure of a computer network. The topology of a network can tell us how different devices are connected. You can tell what type of topology a computer network is by looking at the type of information that is being shared, how much information is being shared, and how devices can store data and information. Major network topologies are 1. Mesh topology. In a mesh topology, every device is connected to every other device. It is a reliable topology as every device is independent and can send or receive its load independently to other devices. Lots of cables are required to form this topology. Installation of mesh topology is difficult because every device has to be connected to every other device. Example, connection of telephone regional offices. 2. Star topology. In this topology, each device is connected to a router. All communications pass through this router. Sometimes a star topology is called an octopus topology, as the switch can have many characteristics. A. In this topology, every device is connected to a centralized machine called the hub. B. Less number of cables required in this topology. C. It is less expensive than a mesh topology. D. Its disadvantages is that if the hub breaks down, then every device gets affected. E. Every device is dependent on the hub to transmit data. Example, LAN. 3. Bus topology. The devices in this type of computer network are all connected to a single main wire, and at the end of each wire they have a terminator. When a computer sends a request for some data to all of the devices in the network, only the target device would respond. For example, if a workstation sends a document to the printer would receive this information and respond by printing the document. Now that the printer has responded, all of the other devices would ignore the request as it has been fulfilled. Characteristics. A. It is a multi-point topology, meaning that a single cable is used to link multiple devices. B. It is very easy to install as only a single cable is required. C. Detection of faulty points is difficult in this topology. D. If there is a fault in the cable, then all transmission stops even if the devices are working fine. Example, Ethernet LANs. Ring topology. A ring topology is a network configuration where device connections create a circular data path. Each networked device is connected to two others, like points in a circle. Together, devices in a ring topology are referred to as a ring network. Characteristics. A. Computers are connected to each other, forming a ring. B. Each device is connected independently to only its neighboring devices, one on the left and the other one on the right. C. It is easy to install and configure. D. If a break occurs in the ring, the entire network gets disconnected. Example, IBM used to have ring networks in their office. Applications of networking. Networking has become an indispensable part of business, industries, education, and entertainment. Following are some network applications. 1. Electronic messaging. The most popular electronic messaging service on the internet is electronic mail, email. You can send and receive messages in any part of the world by using email. 2. Electronic data interchange. EDI is a method of transferring data over the internet. It helps in business purposes. 3. Teleconferencing. Teleconferencing allows people to exchange and share their ideas with each other without being present in the same place. It is of two types, video conferencing and voice conferencing. A. Video conferencing, where users can see as well as talk to one another. B. Voice conferencing. Users can only communicate simultaneously over the phone. 4. Marketing and sales. Computer networks are used extensively both in marketing and sales organizations. Professionals use them to exchange and analyze data relating to customer needs. No more. ATM, automated teller machine, is a kind of electronic funds transfer where you can withdraw the amount from your bank account. 5. Electronic funds transfer. EFT allows users to transfer the money online without going to a bank. No more. Modem. It is a computer network device that changes digital signals to analog signals and also analog signals to digital. The term modem is taken from modulator, demodulator. It is essential for a computer to connect to the internet. Communication in network. Data communications are the exchange of data between two devices via some form of transmission medium, such as a wire cable. For communicating data, the devices must be a part of a communication system made up of hardware, physical equipment, and software programs. The connection between computers on a network can be wired or wireless. 1. Wired connection. In the wired connection, data transmitted through cables are called as a wired connection. It is of three types. A. Coaxial cable. It is an electrical cable covered by an insulating layer conductor, covered by an insulator layer made up of flexible material. The insulating layer is also covered by a conductive layer made up of woven copper wire and on the outside with a thin insulating layer. Advantages of coaxial cable. The advantages of coaxial cable are as follows. 1. It is very durable. 2. It performs best over short distance. No more. Coaxial cable, also known as coax, which is derived from the geometric axis, created behead, a shield and insulator. History time. Coaxial cable was invented by English engineer and mathematician Oliver in 1880. B. Ethernet cable. It is the most common type of wired network. It is used to connect devices with a LAN such as routers, switches, and PCs. Ethernet cable has 8 wires. 4 are used for data transfer. An Ethernet cable is the physical encased wiring over which the data travels. It can also offer a greater degree of network security and control than wireless technology. Advantages of Ethernet cable. The advantages of Ethernet cable are as follows. 1. To form an Ethernet, you do not need much cost. It is relatively inexpensive. It costs less as compared to other mediums for connecting computers. 2. In Ethernet, the entire node has same privileges. It does not follow client-server architecture. 3. It does not require any switches or hubs. C. Optical fiber cable. An optical fiber cable is a cable containing one or more optical fibers. The optical fibers are coated with plastic layers. It consists of a core and a cladding layer selected for total reflection. They are used for long-distance communication or for high-speed data connection between different parts. Advantages of optical fiber cable. The advantages of optical fiber cable are as follows. 1. It can be bundled together. 2. It performs well over long distances. 3. It has a high data transmission speed. Wireless connection. In a wireless connection, several devices are connected together to each other without wires. Nowadays, wireless technologies are widely used. Some of the popular wireless technologies are as follows. Bluetooth. Bluetooth is a wireless technology standard used to exchange data over short distances, typically up to 10 meters. It was developed by Ericsson in 1994. It is very secure and can connect up to 8 devices, items of electronic equipment, at the same time. It connects devices like mobile phones, laptops, printers, digital cameras, etc. using a wireless connection. History time. The term Bluetooth was proposed in 1997 by Jim Carter. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity. It allows an electronic device to exchange data or connect to the internet. It is a high-speed wireless technology that connects Wi-Fi equipped devices like computers, laptops, mobile phones, tablets, and video games, etc. to each other with the help of radio waves. Nowadays, you can use Wi-Fi in public places like airports, hotels, offices, and shopping malls, etc. Advantages of Wi-Fi. The advantages of Wi-Fi are as follows. 1. You can connect to the internet anytime and anywhere. 2. It is convenient to add more wireless devices with current hardware settings without any cost and time. 3. You can add multiple devices through Wi-Fi. 4. The type of configuration can be free or with password security. GPS, Global Positioning System. It involves a receiver that receives and transmits signals through a satellite. GPS is mainly used to identify the location of the user. GPS system is used in navigation, mapping, and vehicle tracking system. GPS is maintained by the US government and is freely accessible to anyone with the GPS receiver. Infrared communication. Wireless technology allows computing device to communicate via short range, up to 5 meters, wireless signals. With infrared, computers can transfer files and other data bi-directionally. Infrared network signals cannot penetrate walls or other obstructions and work only in the direct line of sight. In infrared communication, data is transferred and communicated with the help of infrared ports. Devices like television, air conditioners, music systems, and their remotes use the infrared system. Let's recall. A network is a group of computers connected to each other so that they can share each other's resources and communicate with each other. In a PAN, the device, which can be computers, mobile phones, printers, hubs, etc., are kept within a radius of a few meters from each other. The Internet is considered to be a network of computers in the world and is called a WAN. Data communications are the exchange of data between two devices via some form of transmission medium such as a wire cable. Wi-Fi allows an electronic device to exchange data or connect to the Internet.